Hi everyone and welcome to our class. Nice, oh, what a treat. It feels so good to just have everyone arrive, and there's a feeling of comfort to just start the class and have everyone here. I'm going to tell a couple of stories about the theme and give you a little bit of theory about the theme. And the theme is an open heart can accommodate the whole universe. So before we do that, we'll just build a chi field together with our hearts. So just make yourself comfortable. Place your hands where you would like them. If you can, don't lean on the back of your chair. I just have to. No one can see you, so it doesn't matter too much. Just feel yourself sitting, anchored in your seat. Feel the peacefulness. Have your eyes open for now. Notice I like to notice my fingers and my toes because I tend to hold tension there. Notice your shoulders and notice how your heart feels. Lift up a little from above. Slowly draw your vision back. Relax into your body. Relax your head. Your neck. Your neck is empty and spacious and free. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Use your heart to do this. Your heart is an important aspect of the consciousness. So use the heart to relax. You could even bring in a heart quality if you like. So you can put your trust in your arms as you relax down through the arms. You can feel your trust in your chest. Peacefulness and stillness and openness. And in your upper back. And in your abdomen. And your lower back. And in your hips. And in your legs. Flowing down, awareness flowing down through the legs. And it's an act of self-love to come back to the body. You can pick any heart quality. It could be trust or openness or love or gratitude or deepest respect. And feel it in the body. And feel how, at whatever level you can feel it, it makes a change to the body in some way. Makes a change to how the body is and how the body feels. So feel the body with that trust and love and openness and freedom. Feel how good it feels to be in the body. And feel the universe with your heart. Feel the room around you with your heart. Open your heart out to give your appreciation to the room. If you have family members in the house or in the town where you live, or even further beyond, because distance doesn't matter, time and space do not matter to the consciousness in its pure manifestation, then you can open out, and they're in that chi field, they are in your heart, as your heart opens out to the room and beyond, to your town, to humanity. All the people you love are in your heart, trees and nature. Solar system. You feel how much gratitude you have for the sunlight and beyond. And while we're opened out into the bright, clear universe, we will think of the primal, infinite chi of the universe. Maybe there's something that helps you think and understand what chi is, that it's not an abstract concept, but it's something tangible. Maybe it's the way in which you feel recharged when you're at the beach or by a tree, or with younger family members. And that is the purity of their hearts, but it's also the chi that's around them, the chi field. So connect to the purest chi and information you can imagine. And make it one with yourself. Make yourself resonate with that chi. Feel it in your heart, feel it in your body. Feel how good and open and free your body feels. And relax with a sense of trust and openness inside. And now bring the hands out and draw it all back around, back to the lower dantian at the belly level. And you can just give the face a quick rub if you like. Open the eyes. And I'll start us off. When I wrote the email about this class and the theme about this class, I was in quite a special state. And I have been for a few days. And this morning, I guess that thought comes up, like, can you tap into that state on demand when you're doing a live class? And then you have to let that kind of go, because we're cultivating life and we're working on life, and sometimes we feel that good state easily, and sometimes we tap into that place easily, and sometimes it's more challenging. But when we're experiencing that good place, then there's the chance for us to deepen it and keep working on it and really work on that experience. And when we're not experiencing it, there's that chance to be really honest with ourselves in a pure way about what it is that's blocking us from experiencing it. And once we overcome that block, once we identify it and transform it, then the state again deepens. So it's actually, in the long run, win-win. As long as we have a practice and methods that we can be applying, as long as we have a way of moving forward, and we may not know everything, but we have an approach that we can be using. So I'll share a couple of brief examples of my early experiences of when my heart opened and what they mean to me now. And then we'll look a little bit more into why you might want to cultivate that state, and then how you might like to cultivate that state. So it's all quite straightforward. And then when we get to the discussion part of the group, I'd like that to be really free form and really go into your heart and think about, again, what's been hard for you, but also what unique angles you've taken to get closer to what I'm going to describe. So, first of all, the first experience I ever had that I can remember of my heart opening was when I'd been away from my partner at the time, who was also the mother of my child. And I came back. I'd been away for like 2 weeks maybe, and I came back. And I think we were kissing or something, but like I was so glad to see her. And it's funny because we never had the most harmonious relationship, but you know, she's still a friend, and we had a good friendship. But somewhere in that moment of being so glad to see this person you hadn't seen for so long, and my heart burst open, but I'd never experienced anything at that time. I hadn't experienced anything like that in a long time, maybe in childhood, but it was like for days my heart was this swirling, was just the heart was not physical. I was used to having a physical body and used to experiencing myself in a physical way, but this area of my chest was not physical. It was just swirling, moving energy, and everything was really beautiful, and no one could tell me what it was. And it just slowly subsided. And then I remember saying to her, "I love you. Oh, this is so amazing. Everything's so amazing." And I remember her saying something like, "Okay, that's nice. Calm down," or something. You know, like anyway. um, and then another experience a few years later, once I found Ren Shur, because this was before Ren Shur, so I had no context for what had happened. We were on retreat, and we used to do these practices where we would sit cross-legged, normally, or sit on the floor. Some people would sit on chairs for 1.5 to 2 hours, quite a long session. And we do different simple exercises. Sometimes we'd pour chi, sometimes we would do Dantian breathing or right angle breathing. And you breathe in through here and you breathe out through the top of your head and back in and out. And sometimes we would make sounds. We'd make hand positions like this one, and we would make sounds for a really long time. And I used to find those really difficult because my body was always quite sore during these practices because it was like a lot of blockages. It's very hard to sit for that long. But we were making this one sound, and I started to giggle, and then I started to laugh, and then I basically just couldn't stop laughing, and I actually fell to the floor. I was like, basically couldn't stop laughing. And then the next moment, like, it was just uncontrollable laughter. So that's what happened. And the next moment, Melissa, who's Johansa's translator, is standing beside me, and she just says my name, and I'm looking at her, and I went, and she's like, are you okay? Come with me. And I'm sitting in front of our teacher, Johansa, and I'm just so happy, not because he's there or she's there, just so like much joy just coming out of my heart, like just so much joy. And he asked me like 2 questions. He says, why are you laughing? And I said, because I'm so happy. And he says, you need to stop laughing now, you will deplete your chi. and and I immediately was like a little kid, like just felt like, but it was like you just, it just stopped immediately. The not the feeling was still there, but it was all internal. And for days that feeling was almost on tap. It's like I could just watch it throughout the day. It was like I could just feel it in my heart, and it was the most beautiful feeling. But the laughter had gone, but it felt like I was feeling it again this morning, and it felt like just let Bonnie in the meeting. Like someone had told you the most beautiful secret, just come up and told you the most beautiful thing, but you couldn't tell anyone else yet, and you just held it in your heart, and it was so beautiful, you just held it in your heart, and you didn't want to forget it. And then the other thing that happened was, and these were very new experiences to me. So these were from going from a person whose heart had become completely closed in adulthood, from progressively more closed from when I was a child, to being like open in this very amazing way. And then whenever I looked at people, I just wanted to look at people when I walked past them. It was a silent retreat, 2-week silent retreat. And I just wanted to look at people when I walked past them, because as soon as I did, I just felt all this beauty in my heart, like I was seeing them with my heart. And I couldn't understand, but everyone was smiling at me. And then I realized later now that it's because I was smiling that people smile at me. And these last few days have been quite good, actually, good example of that. But the interesting thing, which is actually almost the whole point I wanted to get across here, was that sometimes I would wake up in the morning, for example, or maybe there was other reasons, but it was predominantly I would wake up in the morning and I hadn't kept that awareness of that, hadn't remembered that beautiful state, and suddenly I would be back to my usual state where the heart was closed and I could not feel all these wonderful things. I couldn't feel them. So I'd wake up and I'd be like, I can't feel all these wonderful things. I need to get back here. How do I get back here? And it was actually really, it was like finding out that you were actually a horrible person, like, because suddenly I don't know, that could be misinterpreted, but what I mean is, it shocked me how much my heart didn't care, how much I didn't care, and how much I thought about myself, and that other constricted state of being was unpleasant for me, but also I didn't want to be that person, like, but that's who I was. So it was a wake-up call to find out who I actually was. On one hand, I had this experience of what I could become. On the other hand, that experience of what I could become really woke me up to who I was right then in that moment. And there's no judgment to say that that's good or bad, but we can say that everything has outcomes, and I didn't want to be, I wanted to be able to get back to that new experience. And I would say, like, maybe for me, not for other people, because not for other people using Rensho now, because there's so much support from amazing teachers and the teachings have become so clear. For me, it's been like maybe 15 years, and I feel like I'm just touching on those earlier, deeper experiences again now. And It was worth every moment, really. So I kind of did cover, but I will cover it briefly. I did cover the benefits of what that open-hearted state brings to life, but I'll just I covered it just then, really. But uh, it brings an immediate benefit to you. It's funny to even say that because it's like waking up and suddenly you feel like you're connecting. You can feel the grass and the trees and the people. You can feel other people's hearts. So suddenly, some of those deep feelings we have and drives that we have in our life start to dissolve because we no longer feel trapped or driven by the outside world. We no longer, to the same degree, will feel alone, because how can you feel alone when just a thought of a person brings you into the heart and you feel so close to them that you are one with them, and you can't feel alone. And then the of course the physical body, some of my biggest shifts on a chi level. I highly recommend all the methods in Yuan Qigong, uh, but some of my biggest shifts in the chi level have been from listening to like the Tongyuan recordings or something. The Tongyuan first stage of gratitude, it like literally like it's opened up the side of my body and my shoulder area, and so that the opening of the heart begins to free up our chi in a way that's just phenomenal. But at the same time, like I talked about with that practice I was doing, that was working on chi through sound. We can work on we can work using we can use chi. The better our chi is, the easier it is for our heart to feel good as well. So it was a two-way thing. And the chi, this is such a big topic, so we won't go much detail on it. But the chi is the key part of support for your physical health. So always look at your chi condition, look at your activities and your thoughts as well in relationship to what it's doing to the chi of your body. Are you depleting your chi? Are you building your chi up? Are you thinking in a way, feeling in a way that allows chi to flow well? All those things. And the better the chi flows, the easier it is to get the consciousness and the heart in a good state, because they are so interconnected. So that's you. That's what an open heart does to you. And then, of course, lately I've just I'm not talking in absolutes here, because my heart still, the state of my heart is fluctuates and is uh, sometimes very good, and sometimes there's a lot of work to be done in that, so a lot of work on patterns. But the the way in which you relate to the outside world, think of how you um, relate to the outside world. So, for example, I just sold my car, and I just had the most phenomenal experience with the lady and her husband. She was helping her husband, who's about 75, and his car had broken down during the lockdown, and he was stuck at home, and he was having he actually they just had a little bit of a difficult time, and we sold it to them for a good price, and we were very truthful and honest with each other. It was a very open communication, and there was a really pure thought in my heart of wanting to sell the car to the right person, really wanting good for that person. And I was selling it because I wanted some side. I didn't need it. And I had a realization from Shen that it was time to say goodbye to it. But also because I bought this amazing new camera that I'm so excited about, and that again, when I feel it in the right way in my heart, it's a very pure altruistic experience. Didn't even buy the camera or sell the car for me, but for us. Like, like the white blood cells in your body, or every part of your body is doing a job that is so vital, but it's doing it for the whole, so we have our heart is the anchor to the world, and then we're no longer thinking in terms of those selfishness patterns. We're thinking how we are part of the whole and what we do for the whole, and then we have the sense of goodness and kindness in our hearts. And I'm not going to say pride, but there is pride's not quite right, but there's a sense of I'm not quite sure yet how to understand that part yet. I'll leave it. But it's not that you're not important. It's not that you would cause yourself harm, and you wouldn't make yourself suffer in any way, but you're not the center of the universe anymore. That part's hard to explain, because in the past I have gone out of my way to help other people, but I've done it in a way that's depleted myself or not helped myself, and it's actually closed off my ability to help other people, really. So you see those stages. So first there's the self, and then there's there's helping others. That the heart benefits. It benefits all your relationships and friendships, whether it's someone you sell a car to, or I did a magic show yesterday. My wife and I went down and did a magic show, and we got great feedback. So it's the people that you meet, and then there's also just a sense of connection to the earth, which your heart gives you. And I'm really excited to be a Ren Shui teacher, and excited by Ren Shui because I think getting people to a point where their hearts can feel again, even if they're not at the state of enlightenment and true self, we will treat the earth in a radically different way. Like, everything we do will be an act of love, and I own a chainsaw, so I'm not saying we don't have to manage nature, and farmers have to make decisions about how they treat their animals or their crops. We still have to live in nature, but it will be an act of love. Oh, this has taken longer than I thought, so I'll just go on to the next part, which is the how, because I want us to have time for a discussion as well. Lots of time. So just feel your state now, feel your heart, close your eyes if they're not already closed. There's lots of different ways we could open our hearts. We can work on chi. We can work on patterns. We can observe ourselves in every moment. Every moment is so beautiful and so precious. We can cultivate any one of the 5 heart qualities. And one approach that we can use, which is in the Tong Yuan, is to pick any of the heart qualities. What would you like to pick? Go into your heart and ask yourself. And we can start. There's 2 different ways we can do it. I'll just explain one and then we'll focus on the other. The first is that we start with ourselves. So it might be that you love and trust yourself. The other is that we start with ourselves and we gradually move out. So we trust ourselves, we trust the family. We keep expanding out, trusting, opening more and more things to more and more things. The other approach is that we can start with what is easiest first. So I really, even since I was quite young, have wanted to climb trees and sit in trees and be in trees and be close to trees and be close to nature, be in the forest. Even though I grew up in a city, I just always find the forest and close to the water. And so much heart there, so much love there. How can you not love a tree? Well, you could not love it if it was blocking the sun from your window, maybe. So maybe start with what's easiest. Start with a tree that you really do love. Start with a view of the ocean or something that makes you smile when you go for a walk, a mountain or a dog. How could you not love most dogs easily? Find those things, and I like to imagine that I should never forget that they're there. They're always there. You should never take them for granted. I should never get so polarized in my thinking that I forget the beauty all around them, the kindness of my wife, for example, made me a smoothie before she left to sell stuff at the market today. Should never forget that kindness from another person. And then, so I start with what's easiest. You start with what's easiest. But it's okay to go a little further to what is more difficult. So I had to do quite a lot of chi work. Like, I have an amazing dad. He's been so amazing my whole life. But I had to do some real deep work on my heart to see what was blocking me from feeling that pure state of love in my heart for him. How could that be that there's people that we could feel that way towards those people that we love? And so I really worked on it and really looked at it and really, when I built G fields, I would think of him and put him in the G field until I felt him and worked on it some more and forgave him and accepted him for his quirks that make him who he is, just as I have mine that make me who I am. And I've forgiven my ex, and I've asked myself for my forgiveness, and so there's forgiveness for myself as well, and acceptance. So there's all these explorations that need to be done to invite in that next layer of slightly more difficult things into my life and into my heart. Sit with those things. Think of one thing now that's a little more difficult. Bring it into your heart and notice how it makes you feel. Don't even try to solve it with your mind. Just sit with it. And then I want you to imagine that your heart has become as big as the whole universe. You are the heart of the universe. The universe has a heart and we are in it. It has wisdom and love and we are in it. We are capable of aligning and tuning into it, becoming it. Feel how it loves you as well. It could be more, but we really want to talk together, so we're going to draw the chi field back. Draw it back to the heart. Draw it back to the dantian. Open the eyes. And we'll start the class. So we're just going to do I'm going to read the text of the second stage of openness. It's the original text. It has been changed if you get any of the recordings off the website, of the RX Rinshur International website. But I love the different angles on them. So we'll start with a meditation, and there's going to be a lot of healing just going in very quickly. And some of you, when we were talking just before, it did feel very healing and there was a lot of heart information. So I just want everyone to draw that in from the whole group and from everywhere and just draw it into yourself, integrate it. So just sitting comfortably, shutting the eyes. This will be quite a free form introduction before we do the text. Feel the trust and love in your heart. Feel it permeating your whole body. Feel the little subtle messages your body might give you. Maybe I felt my shoulder was a little tight and it sends a little message saying, I'm a little sore. I say, I agree, I don't fight it. Then I say, I trust you. I trust you. Feel the trust to your body and its healing potential. Feel the trust to your chi. Feel the trust to the universe that in its time it will all unfold as it should. Feel that trust deep in your heart. Feel the openness and the freedom. When you can trust, you can be open, and you can see more of the of things. Something might happen, it might trigger your patterns, and you might think, I don't like it. I don't like what's going to happen next. I don't think that person had good intentions. You might have these thoughts. Replace that with openness. Whatever it is, replace it with openness, that you have the openness and the patience to let things unfold in their own time. Feel that openness in your heart. Now I'm going to read us the heart text. And Tongyuan is a conversation with your own heart. And you're with your heart all day, aren't you? You can be talking to your heart. So when you don't know the answer, go back to your heart. When you hear the Tongyuan now, come back to your heart and let it be a free and open conversation with your heart and with the universe. Remain in a good state for the practice of the second stage of openness. In this stage, you will go deeper into your heart and deepen your work on openness. My heart has been opening and growing. With the work I have done on cultivating openness and developing my Xinling, my heart is more open and many positive changes have come into my life. My heart is feeling more and more open. I am also becoming more relaxed. Deep inside, I feel more peace, freedom, and contentment. I feel more stable and have more energy. I find myself smiling a lot more than before. The world feels more different too. I receive a lot more encouragement and support. I feel warmth in my heart, as if being embraced with love and care. I enjoy all the changes and look forward to more. I feel very confident that my heart will continue to open up. It's time to deepen my work on openness to further liberate my heart. It's time to stop reinforcing the cage that traps my heart. My heart doesn't belong in a cage. I am prepared to do whatever it takes to free myself, however challenging it might be. I may still have a lot of work to do, but I have no doubt that more positive changes will come. I am keeping my heart open as much as possible toward myself and also toward others. I intend to stay in this healthy state constantly, no matter how my life situation might change. I am part of the human family. Human society is made up of individuals who are my brothers and sisters. I feel a heart-to-heart connection with them, and this enables me to see them for who they truly are and hear them without judgment. I can feel their hearts, so I can be available to deliver warmth when they need it. All hearts are connected. When my heart is open, it can help open millions of hearts. My heart remains open, allowing me to wholeheartedly receive the love and warmth directed to me. I am part of nature. My heart is open to the heartbeat of nature. The moment I see the beauty of a leaf, I feel the pulse of my heart. The moment I appreciate the singing of a bird, I feel a heart-to-heart connection. The moment I look in awe at a mountain, I feel its heart talking to me. Nature is such a rich inspiration for my heart. My heart is open to receive all the generous gifts from nature. I am always ready to receive its beautiful teaching and wisdom. Mother Nature also provides me with the chi I need to sustain my life. The moment my heart is open, I can feel chi flowing in my body, nourishing every cell. My body is instantly energized. My shen also gets nourished by this chi. I feel refreshed and uplifted when chi is abundant there. I am open, which allows me to be my best self. My thinking is flowing well. I am able to learn and understand. My intuition is awake, so I am resonating with truth. My shen is manifesting. New realizations and insights keep showing up. I am now able to hold the many treasures that I have uncovered. I really value these treasures, as they have made my life so much better. There's so much I can do to continue to open my heart. I will continue to learn with an open heart. Learning helps me gain clarity. Clarity is essential for developing awareness, awakening, and realization. Learning will always be an important part of my life. I will continue to be open to myself. Being true to myself is the essence of living. It is the source of true happiness and well-being. What makes my life rich and colorful is not ostentation. Rather, it is living a simple, healthy, and meaningful life day by day. I am living this way to fulfill the true purpose of my life. Being true to myself also means I wholeheartedly accept myself for who I am. I am unique and different from others. To those who are not ready to accept my differences, I will be patient and allow time. I will not make it an excuse to close my heart and alienate myself from them. Likewise, I will keep my heart open to those who are different from me. I appreciate their differences and the enrichment they bring to my life. Looking beneath the surface, I see more similarities than differences. Deep down, our hearts are the same, all yearning to love and be loved. I will do my work with an open heart. I take pleasure in what I do. Whatever work I do, it provides a great opportunity for personal growth. It is also a great opportunity to reach people. I enjoy connecting with people at the heart level and helping them where possible. I keep my heart open for any opportunities that can help develop my work further. I feel relaxed, calm, and natural because my heart is open. When I am open, I am more able to trust. When I trust, I feel more open. The growth of trust and openness has created a solid ground for my life and for the work on love, gratitude, and Gongjing. I have made the decision to break out of my cage and allow my Shinling to spread its wings and soar freely in the blue sky. Nothing can remain unchanged forever. Change is inevitable, and I see it as an opportunity rather than a problem. There is no need to resist or fear change, as I hold the key to determining its outcome. Life gets better and better through positive changes. Nor is there a need for me to worry about the unknown future. In fact, the unknown is always part of life. What really counts is living in the present, moment by moment, as the future becomes the now. Life presents me with infinite possibilities. I am open to whatever the future might bring. And this attitude toward life makes the future something to look forward to. The world is full of mysteries and surprises waiting to be discovered. This is what makes the world interesting. I am happy to be a part of it at this special time in history, and to do my share to make the world a better place. My past experiences have made me who I am. However, they need not determine my future. With my open heart, the continuous flow of my creativity will keep transporting me into new territory. I will allow my life to unfold, remaining open to the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. Every day I see my life getting renewed and my wisdom growing. I don't see the need to hurry to judgment or jump to conclusions. Neither do I feel the urge to hold on to my own views or ideas. I don't want to sit at the bottom of a well and look at the world from there. I notice that my heart closes immediately when I fall into any of these old habits. And I can easily slip into some sort of arrogance from there. I don't want to be held back by my old ways of being or thinking. When I am open and humble, my heart is lifted up to a brand new horizon, where space is more expansive and brighter. Setting conditions was one of the obstacles that kept my heart from opening. I would be able to open to this person, if only. There are too many if only conditions. Every one of them is a roadblock, blocking my heart when it is trying to open. In the past, I have used these roadblocks as excuses. I don't want to discuss this with her because she always upsets me. I also used it to complain when I felt stuck. Finding excuses and complaining never got me anywhere, though. They were like thieves, stealing my opportunities to make real progress. Who puts the roadblocks there? Oh, it was me. It's time to remove the roadblocks and create the space I need. This is the essence of liberating myself. I constantly look into my heart to see how it is doing. When it is struggling to stay open, I will comfort it and offer support. I will remind it to relax and connect with Qi or Shen to become calm again. As I keep looking after my heart this way, remaining open will become more and more natural. It will be a normal part of my life. My open heart will accompany me wherever I am, whatever the time. The moment my heart is open to the world, I own the whole world. Feel that beautiful open space in your heart. Feel the chi field of our practice today. I don't know about you, but I feel both determined and in a really good way, I feel supported to do this work. So open out to the whole world with your arms. Draw it back with openness and love, and lots of chi is coming back to you too. So lots of bright chi into your whole body. Draw it back slowly to the heart. And then we're going to draw it back again to the lower dantian. Good idea to tap some chi down your legs as well. Tap it, reach to the lower back, tap in there and tap down the legs. You want to kind of stretch your legs out and tap chi down the outside and up the inside, just so the chi and blood is flowing well. You want to rub the hands, rub the yin tongue, rub the forehead, rub the temples, rub the eyes, sides of the nose, the whole face. Comb from the front to the back of the head. Tap the top and the back of the head. Tap the ears. And rub the ears. Bring the hands down again. From deep in your heart. Make a wish, say the most positive thing you can to yourself. We can open our eyes and thank you everyone.